してるより愛してることを伝える
Good morning, Ma Terry here, along with my wonderful little traveling companion, Miss Lucy. And we've been working on a good one for you guys today. It is an in-depth one on casino camping, and I stealth camp at a lot of casinos throughout the United States. But it occurred to me, I have a lot of viewers that don't understand, well, they do understand the United States, but not as in-depth. These viewers are around the world, so hello, Vanda in the UK, Andrea in Canada, hey, Leilani from Arkansas. What? Arkansas is part of the United States, are you sure? Anyhow, I wanted to go really in depth with casino camping for everyone that's just not used to it. So I'm going to break down our casinos. There are two major types of casinos in this country. There are American owned, and by that, that's Caesars, MGM, and not only do they own casinos here, but throughout the world, but we also have Native American owned, and there's a big difference between the two. And then of course we have the little hybrid. Sometimes it's American owned, but it's on Native American property. If you go on Native American property, their laws are totally different than our laws. So I've never had a problem. They're nice, they're wonderful people, but just be aware, it's like in America, Miss Lucy can go anywhere with me. Any national park she goes in. But the minute I'm on Native American property, if they have a park that we want to go hiking in and they say absolutely no dogs, they do not care if she's a service dog, all right? So there are different laws between the two types of casinos. Okay, so those are the two major types of casinos. Then you have the hybrid. Next, we have different styles of casinos, and I've been to all of them. Don't I? Yes, because I love casino camping and I love my casinos. All right, so the first one type of casino is basically, it looks like a little 7-Eleven building. It's a little standalone building, and you walk inside and they have 30 different slot machines. They may or may not be open 24 hours a day, and they may or may not be American or Native American owned casinos. In one state, I believe it was South Dakota, they had literally hundreds of them, like 10 would be on one street. Now, the problem with casino camping there is that even though they are open 24 hours, they only have slot machines, and who really is going to be there at 3 or 4 in the morning when you're sleeping in your car? So if you're the only car in the parking lot, that's a dead giveaway. All right. Then they also have very small Native American casinos, and again, they're a standalone building, and the same problems. They may be open 24 hours a day. Some of them are only open to midnight. Now, going through the country, I was gambling at one casino, and it was late at night, and I just asked the security guard. I was in my Volkswagen bus, and I said, is it okay if I just stay for the night? You know, I wanted to come in for breakfast in the morning, and they said, sure. Hold on, we got a car next door. Here comes the rain again. All right, next we have a very large casino on the property. They're open 24 hours, and you know, there's a pretty good chance that people will be gambling in there at 3 or 4 in the morning. But the parking lot is a little Spartan, so usually I avoid camping at these casinos too. A case in point was up there in Erie, Pennsylvania. I think it was Presque Isle Casino, and I was up there, and the Walmart was mile down the street, and it's like, you know what, I knew I wouldn't get hassled at the Walmart, but that huge casino, you know, they did have security driving around, and without a hotel for cover, no, I wasn't going to do that. Okay, then they have a casino with a hotel. Now I consider that the best combination there is, because I always park somewhere on the hotel side but close to the casino, so security doesn't know whether I'm in the casino or not, or in the hotel. And that I love. That is gold to me. All right, then we come up with problem casinos. Casinos that are a casino with an RV park, and they don't have a hotel. So if you have an RV and you just want to park on their lot, they will kindly, most of the time, not all the time, most of the time, though, they want that extra $25 to $50 from you, so they will point you in the direction of the RV park and want you to camp there for the night. I don't like those types of casinos. And then there's the casino with both an RV park and a hotel. So I like that, once again, because number one, I'm in my vehicle camping, and I can blend in over at the hotel. Now, I stay at these types of casinos all over the place. I am in New Jersey right now, kind of hard to remember what state. I've stealth camped down in Atlantic City quite a few times, staying at the it used to be the Taj Mahal, but now it's the Hard Rock, and the Borgata. And I love camping at the Borgata because they have a tall vehicle parking. And of course, you know me, I park against the wall. And the Borgata, they have the Platinum Players Club membership. What that is if you're a veteran or military, you get to park for free, where the other places are charging you to park. You know what, Lucy, you got to get off of me. You're getting a little warm. Say goodbye to everyone, okay? You're going to go sit in your seat. There you go. Good girl. All right, so a lot of people are like, yay, Las Vegas, here we come. All right, so there are different elements of Las Vegas, and you all know how I feel about Las Vegas. I like old school Las Vegas, to where you could just pull up in your car and park and just drive to different casinos. Las Vegas is a nightmare. I don't like Las Vegas, but I will go to Las Vegas sometimes. And I don't advise anybody stealth camping in their vehicles there, because they charge parking fees, $10 an hour, $20 an hour. It's like you could almost get a room for those rates. Maybe not with all the amenity fees. But I don't like Vegas anymore, you know, the Strip. There are no cheap buffets. They're hard to come by. They charge parking fees. They're overcrowded, overpriced. And the new thing is let's say you're sitting at a slot machine and your little ticket says you can cash out and $2.90 on your thing. So you go over to the ticket machine and it will only give you $2. Why? Because there's a coin shortage. They never round up, do they? So then you have to go to the cashier's cage, and the cashier cage can be a mile away. Usually they only have one cashier cage in the whole casino, and that's a pain in the butt. All right. So I already said traffic's a nightmare, and there's a lot of crime. Now, there's also Fremont Street, downtown Las Vegas, and, you know, there they do have parking fees. They do have cheap hotel fees, but prices are starting to rise. And I have one stealth parking spot. I found one. It took me years to find, and no, I'm not telling anybody, but if you find it, it's yours. It's funny, so if I'm coming into Las Vegas from the California side, we have State Line or Prim, and I stay at those casinos. And so I may stay there overnight and then do the Strip, and then on my way out at Mesquite on the other side, as you get into Arizona, they have lovely casinos there, which I'll camp at too. Or south, Laughlin is one of my favorite places. I can stay there for months. I think there's 8 casinos there on the water, and I've never had a problem. All right, so the United States has casinos in all 50 states except for 8. So that's pretty good. You know, the hunting's pretty good for car camping. Some states have hundreds of casinos, but like in New Jersey, I believe we only have 8, and they're all down the shore. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania has a few, and they're spread out the state. Like in Philadelphia, they have a couple. Then you go up to the Poconos, and they have a few. So they're spread out, which makes traveling so much fun. It really does. All right, so the website that I like to use, there is Casino Camper. And it's a website. It's not an app, so you just go onto casinocamper.com, type in the state, and a lot of the casinos will pop up. The itty bitty tiny ones, I'm pretty sure they're not in there. The ones that are all in South Dakota, like I said, there could be 10 on the street. So that one doesn't have any. But the other one that has a huge majority of the casinos and lets you know whether they have an RV park or not, it's called that's my favorite app, RV Parky. And I'll be sure to put it down there, because if you go to RV Parky, it'll show you the Walmarts, the casinos. But the difference between RV Parky and Casino Camper, I think Casino Camper tries to give you a more in-depth look at the casino. All right. So I'm going to narrow things down. Doesn't matter whether it's Native American or American casinos. I like casinos that, two things. Number one, they have to be open 24 hours. Number two, they have to have a hotel attached. That's gold to me. I just thought I'd say, if you have an RV out in India, we have Fantasy Springs Casino and Spotlight 29. Both of them allow RV parking overnight, so that's really nice. I think they'll only give you a 3-day stay. Spotlight 29 Casino doesn't have a hotel, so I don't camp there. I do camp over at Fantasy Springs Casino. That one's a good one. And the warning about camping at casinos, we know Ma Terry, once she's done with her $5, she leaves. She loves her little slot machine. She really does. So if gambling's a problem for you, please don't stop at the casinos. Or some of the buffets are really, really good. So if that's a problem for you, don't stop. There's your little warning, okay? So next is, how do I park at the casino? I take casino camping very seriously. It is high danger alert, and danger from the thing is they all have security guards, they all have cameras, and you're not fooling anybody. But, like I said, 5 years doing this in a row, never been busted. Last year I spent maybe 4 months at different casinos all around the country. That was 2 years ago that I did that. So, all right. So here's how I set up my vehicle. It's just like the Ultimate Stealth Camping Guide. All right. Now let's say you have your casino and a McDonald's a couple of blocks away. I will go into the McDonald's. I will jump in the back of my McVan, right? I'm McLivin. I'm a McMillionaire. So I go back there. I make sure everything's set up. There is a video in Stealth Camping, the ultimate pre-checklist. So if you want to go through that and review it, everything's out, from the doggy treats to the water bottle, just everything. My headlamps, everything is out and in position. Why? Because once I leave that McDonald's, I'm going to drive up to that casino, park it not in front of the hotels. You know me, I like to find a wall or trees or something. And then I move a little slow. Once I park it, turn off the lights and make sure we're dark inside. I toss Miss Lucy into the back, and then I jump back in the back, and then I cinch my curtain, and we're done for the night. There is no coming out of the van until morning. There's no making noise. I have my little headphones on, so if I want to watch my YouTubes, but that's how it's done. All right. If you all have any questions, please put it in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. And you know what we got to do. All right, y'all have a blessed rainy day on this beautiful day here in New Jersey. We'll see you down the road. Bye-bye.